Hello and welcome back to Betrayal on the Trail. When we last saw our heroes, they'd made a plan to head to the city of Crucium, so they finished everything they needed to do in Hagar, and they hit the road. Along the way, Kibal spotted a group of goblins and a hobgoblin stealing a cart from a dwarf. The monsters raced down the road in their stolen cart, and a fight broke out as the party attempted to catch them, with Marie setting the enemy's cart's wheel on fire, Free managing to board their cart, Kibal taking out their driver, and Arabella giving the team a speed boost by lowering the density of their horses. And so we pick up for the next round of combat, as two more goblins and a hobgoblin emerge from the forest on the back of wargs. So that brings us back to Marie.
Okay, bonus action, I'm going to throw out a tiny little frog motive potential to 3. So you've got a special bardic inspiration now. So there is the wargs that are running alongside us right now as well.
Yeah. So to your left there's one which has the hobgoblin. To your right there's 2 more which have the goblins on.
A goblin per warg.
Yeah. So there's also 3 wargs total.
Can I hop down onto the back of one of the wargs?
Yeah.
And kick one of the goblins off it.
Yeah, that's fucking cool. I'm gonna need 2 checks from you to do this though.
Get some proper poison and just rub it in his face. Potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll just check it first.
The first one I need is an acrobatics check. Because you are jumping from a moving carriage onto the back of an animal.
Yeah, okay, so that's a 12.
What I'm gonna do for you is I'm gonna let it also make a dexterity check to see if it can move out of the way of you as you jump off this carriage.
Okay.
It got 4.
Oh, solid. Okay. Jesus Christ.
I was almost Marie, just red-faced on the floor. So you manage to leap off the side of your cart because this warg isn't necessarily expecting people to be mounting it. You manage to land just behind this goblin who's riding it. He looks behind, is like, "What are you doing? Get off of this!" And starts
I start slapping him, but with my poison.
So you're just gonna... Are you just attempting to lay your hands upon the goblin, or we can go for a shove in order to get the goblin off? That was your original plan.
Yes. But
Cool.
If we're making contact, then
Either way, it's...
then poison happens.
The way shoving a creature works is you will make an athletics check against either its athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, okay. No, that's a 3. That was bad.
It got a 19.
Okay.
So you,
Cool, yeah.
You go to manhandle it, and because it's using its dexterity, it is going to attempt to duck underneath where your hands are and kind of move itself away. So I'm going to say that the poison also doesn't necessarily make contact. You are now on the back of one of these wargs with this goblin. Is that the end of your go?
Yeah, I'm just gonna show. I don't know what I was thinking.
The hobgoblin that is with Free right now is gonna once again reach into the pile of weapons, pull out a great sword, and just be like, "Some good moves, boy. Got the moves to dodge these." And he's gonna take some attacks against you. The first one is a dirty 20 to hit. The second one is a 12 to hit.
Okay, the 20 hits, the 12 doesn't.
That is 7 damage.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, that is the end of its go, and that brings it to 3's go.
Right, I'm gonna make a quarterstaff attack against it. That's an 18 to hit. I don't think I want to use Bardic Inspiration here.
That hits.
Sweet. Cool. And I'm gonna make that a stunning strike as well. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw, and I'll roll damage on that.
Amazing. So that is a 13 on its saving throw.
That just fails. The DC is 14. It is stunned until the end of my next turn.
Amazing.
So that's gonna be from the quarterstaff attack. That is 8 points of bludgeoning damage, I believe.
Cool.
Cool. And now I get my second attack. I think I get advantage on this one because it's stunned. Okay, so that's a 22 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
Sweet. That's gonna be 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, those are 2 really good hits.
And then I will unarmed strike as bonus action to finish my turn. Those are both low, so I'll use my Bardic Inspiration on that. So that's 4 plus 7, 12 plus 7. That's an 18 to hit now.
That also hits.
Because that was an attack roll. You can also do they have to do a con save, or they take thunder damage.
Fucking hell, okay.
Cool. So that's 5 points of damage from the impact. And then whatever this ends up being, if it fails, it's con
Oh
save.
my god, I rolled a 2, so of course it failed.
Whatever you rolled on the inspiration die is what the damage is for that.
Okay, so I rolled a 7 on the inspiration die. So that's 5 points of bludgeoning damage followed by 7 points of thunder damage.
So 12 points total. Amazing.
The way I imagine it, like the like frog just like kamikazes into it and explodes.
Just explodes into its chest.
Yeah.
You, in a single round of combat, you just took this very noble-looking warrior down into this beaten fucking mess of a man in like 3 punches. Yeah, he is not looking healthy anymore. So the other goblin that is on this cart with you, he is going to sprint up to you 3. He is going to make a scimitar attack, which is a 19 hit.
That'll hit.
It's going to do 3 damage.
Okay.
And then it's gonna kind of like seem like it's getting ready to duck out of the way of you. Look back at the reins that are now just dangling loosely, and it is going to turn around and sprint back towards there, which would allow you to get an opportunity attack on it if you so wished.
Yeah, I do wish.
Very well.
It's a 17 to hit.
Of course that hits a little goblin.
Cool. That's going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Wait.
Yeah?
I'm just... Stunning Strike says when you hit with a melee weapon attack. It doesn't say anything about it being my turn. Could I stun this guy if I wanted to?
Yeah, you can.
He's the last goblin on here, right?
Yeah, so there's... It'll just be you and the Hobgoblin if he went down.
I'll leave it. I won't stun him. I don't want to waste key points this early on.
Yeah, cool. So you, like, think about focusing on one of his vital points, but instead just go for a basic smack over the head, and he just topples down as he was running away. So, car isn't being driven. Cabal, that's your go.
With my bonus action, I steer the thing, and I'm like, Outnumber remembers to steer their wagon. Right. And then, you'll have to forgive me, I have done the maths on this, and I think I'm right.
Yeah.
But I think I have, with my 60 feet from the previous positionings, assuming a geostationary moonbeam, to use the 60 feet to bring it back into line with us.
Yes.
against the hobgoblin on a warg that's on the opposite side of us
Yes, that
from Marie.
that
So I want
is-
to look down at this like hobgoblin that's like riding to the side of us. He's like looking as I gesture like forwards, bring the thing and like smack him and his warg in the face with a tower of citric light.
amazing.
Yes.
Oh, love it.
So both of them will need to make a con save, please.
So do the warg first. That is a 7. And then the hobgoblin got a 19 though.
Okay, so the hobgoblin saves. So, so the warg will take 12 radiant damage. The hobgoblin will take 6.
Cool.
And yeah, that's me.
Yeah, so the hobgoblin on the warg, it is going to reach into a small pouch that it has. It is going to pull out a small like bottle of water, pop it open, pour it into. Yes.
Is this his turn?
It's his turn. He's got to take another round of damage.
He's got to do another con save, yeah.
Yeah. That one's a 17 still though.
That'll still save.
Cool.
So that will be 3 plus 6, 7, 9, so 4 points of radiant damage.
Okay. So, it's going to continue pulling this water out of its bag, pour it onto its hand, and it is going to whisper something arcane under its breath in its goblin language, and it is going to throw it into the air, and you see these heavy clouds form around the cart as hail starts to rain down upon it. And I am going to need Kibal and Arabella. And fuck it, it's gonna throw its friend under the bus, and it's gonna need Marie as well to make dexterity saves.
Okay.
Great, I'm so dexterous.
Okay. Yeah. 14.
I got a 17. Shockingly.
13.
13.
Okay, Arabella, did you
Ninja
roll the
grandma.
best out of?
Yeah, I rolled an 18. I've got -1.
You all succeed.
Oh damn.
The spell save
Nice.
was 13.
Nice.
So very well done. You are going to take 3 bludgeoning damage and 5 cold damage. That itself is now considered difficult terrain, which is something. The goblin that is on the warg with you is going to be whacked in the head with one of these pieces of ice and just kind of slump and drop off the side, trailing down the road. You are now by yourself on a warg, Marie.
You friend.
And with that is Arabella's go.
I would like to cast Magnify Gravity centered on the Hobgoblin warg, please.
The warg itself. Or...
Or either. It's like
Oh,
a radius.
it gets both, doesn't it? Yeah.
It will do, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. I'll do the Hobgoblin first.
Oh.
On this one.
I need to do a concentration save. That is a natural 1. My moonbeam goes away.
No. The lemon drops limply to the ground, and your cart just runs it over.
You made me drop my lemon.
Oh my god. So the Hobgoblin gets a natural 1.
It's gonna fail.
The warg rolled a 2. Fuck. I'm making my way up though.
Which means that they take 9 points of force damage, and both of their speeds are halved until the end of their next turn, and any object that is not being worn or carried is dropped. And requires a strength saving throw to pick up.
Yeah, that is very cool.
Thank you.
I assume that's the end of your go.
if I go back into the car, will I no longer be? Is the hail still affecting us? Because it's still damaging us.
It was just a quick downpour, so the cloud has dissipated now.
Oh, it's not still healing. In which case, yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Yeah, cool. It's going to be the goblin on the wargs go now. It is going to look at the scenario, looking back at the trail of blood that its goblin friend has left behind. Look at the hobgoblin that's trailing behind now because it can't keep up because of its weight. Seeing the other chief hobgoblin that is completely stunned, and it is going to whisper something to its warg, and they are going to take off into the fucking forest. That brings us to initiative 20. You guys tear ahead another 50 feet.
Oh shit, I might have had to have done a concentration saving throw. Sorry.
Oh yeah, for a horse density check.
Oh yeah, horse density.
I think that's concentration. Yeah, it is, so I need to make a concentration saving throw against the amount of damage I took, right?
Yeah.
It's half the damage.
Half the amount.
Is
Okay.
Magnify Gravity concentration?
No, that's just an instant effect. But anyway,
Yeah.
I've rolled a 14, it's fine.
Cool.
My horses are still light. Low density horses.
So Ed, I'm gonna roll a pure luck check right now. And that luck check is going to be if the horses at the front of this cart do or don't veer off the road and crash into something, or something terrible happens. So they drop in pace. Obviously, they don't have someone spurring them on, so they only move forward another 15 feet. They manage to keep mainly to the road. You do feel the carriage kind of like bump a little bit as it gets off the beaten track and goes a little bit over the grass and tree roots and the sort. But the carriage doesn't crash and burn. Marie, you're on the back of this walk right now.
I am. I mean, we're fairly okay, I think. Like, there's not many more threats apart from the ones that kind of need popping up a bit, right?
Yeah, there's only two potential threats right now. One of them is stunned, and the other one is dropping back from the carriage.
Okay, I'm gonna like move back with the warg if I can. Do I need to like animal handling to control it?
If that's what you want to do, yeah.
A little
If you
bit.
want to like grab the reins that the goblin was using and attempt to animal handling that way, I'll let you roll that.
Yeah, I wanna wrestle it.
Yeah.
That's a 14.
I would say with a 14, you make a recollection about a certain thing that maybe one of your parents told you about goblins, wargs, hobgoblins, and the sort. Wargs are very akin to wolves. There is something that sets them apart from just your average beast. They speak the language of goblin. They can commune with goblins. And as such, there is a much closer bond between a warg and a goblin than there is between a human and a horse or the sort. They have an understanding. If a goblin doesn't treat a warg well, the warg is going to turn on the goblin. They have a mutual relationship. So I'm going to say with the 14, you understand that this may not be a possibility for you right now. You might not be able to
Okay.
take control of this beast because it is by nature tied to its goblin master, which just died.
Right. That's all right. I'll give him a little tussle. Just be like, you're a good boy. and
Isn't your skin
I'll
poisonous?
we like to forget that sometimes.
Yeah, let's have a selective poison memory, yeah?
That sounds good.
Like, yeah, I mean, shit. If you want to poison the warg, I can do that. Like, but I think I'd remember that. But I wouldn't too it.
Yeah,
I'd just kind of like.
I'm gonna say, Marie knowing herself and being alive for as long as she has been, she knows that her skin is poisonous, so would know not to poison things she doesn't want to poison.
I'll just be like, there, buddy. I'm sorry I killed your best friend. Bye bye. I guess I'll just try and hop off onto the wagon again.
Yeah.
I guess it's completely. And I kind of moot, to be honest. I'm just gonna
Yeah, make an acrobatics check.
Sure. That's a 23. That's pretty good.
Amazing. Yeah, you're a frog. You're made for jumping, so you just leap off of the warg back onto the carriage. It's a little bit colder than it was before, but everything seems chill up here.
Cool. Okay. And it's difficult terrain, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But I'm gonna say with 23, you easily manage to just hop into the middle of it. Maybe slip and slide a little bit, but gain your balance.
Okay. Is that my turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna say you can't take any more actions or bonus actions. That was a lot.
That's fair. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, cool. So it is the Hobgoblin with 3's go, and it is currently stunned, so cannot do anything. 3, that makes it your go.
I'm just gonna kind of look at the Hobgoblin and smile a bit, and then take out my rope. I'm gonna try and tie him up while he's stunned.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then, if I can still use my bonus action once I'm kind of happy with the tied rope, I'll smile at him again, and then go and try and control the horses a bit, try and slow them down if I can.
Yeah, cool. So you managed to get a good knot in, sprint to the front of the carriage, and re-grab the reins and kind of pull back on them to try and slow down the horses and get them back on the right track. I think that brings us to Cabal next.
Okay, who is left? Is there just a Hobgoblin on the warg?
Yeah, he's just that
pretty
one.
far back, right?
Yeah, he's dropped way back.
And I can see that 3 is in control of the other.
Yeah, that situation seems dealt with.
Alright, in that case, I am just going to use my bonus action to control the cart. Basically, I think now that 3 I'd ultimately be wanting to pull level with him to be let's pull over.
Yeah.
I think that's Cabal's turn.
Yeah, amazing.
I think I am just going to concentrate on driving and trying to make sure that trying to bring us level with 3 and with the kind of wild wagon just driving. I'll drive the horses in a cool way. That's Cabal.
Just do a cool drift.
Yeah, I could I pop an ollie.
So it's the Hobgoblin's go. It is quite a bit far behind now. It's gonna look to your carriage with a burning rage, and its hand is gonna start crackling with electric energy. It's gonna take a moment. It's lost in its own thought, really trying to decide what to do. And then it clenches its fist, losing the energy, falls on the rein of the warg, and it is going to make its way into the forest as well. And assuming no one wants to do anything else, I'm happy dropping out of initiative with both carriages coming nicely to a stop, about helping 3 kind of position it nicely, get the horses to calm down a little bit after the altercation, and just smoothly slow down.
Has the warg that I jumped on continued pace with us, or is it still?
In all honesty, it probably would have headed back to the goblin that dropped off of it, kind of giving it a little nudge with its head. And then
don't start this.
It'll look with sad eyes towards you, and then make its way into the forest.
It was the hobgoblin that killed the other goblin, though, wasn't it?
It doesn't know that it's an animal.
I can explain it to him.
That's true.
Probably best to not start shouting, "Come back here! We wish to explain ourselves to a warg."
I guess I'll just hug Lounge very tight.
Is the dwarven guy that they were tying up? Did they put him on into the wagon?
No, so he'll be quite a little bit back.
We should probably return his wagon.
Yeah, let's have a look at it though, because they were definitely pulling weapons out of it. So I want to have a quick gander at what's in there.
Yeah. So
What's the hobgoblin doing?
being tied up.
How long does stun last?
It was until the end of my last turn, so I assume it's long since expired now that we're out of initiative.
It'll probably be like shouting things in Goblin at you. You assume swear words, insults about your height, stuff like that.
Oh, sorry,
You did it for us.
I don't think any of us actually understand that. Do you speak common?
He's gonna really fucking glare at you and just be like, I do.
Yay! That means we can talk to you.
So he makes another friend by force. What are you gonna do to me, little boy? You kill me? Watching me try to extort information?
I hadn't planned on it.
Oh, so
Do we have a reason we need to kill you?
Also, don't talk to him like he didn't just absolutely fuck you up.
That's weird.
He bested me in combat, so yeah, my life is yours to take, child.
It was nothing really. I just sort of hit you a few times.
Please,
Oh!
my ego is at a low as it is.
I don't really plan on killing you unless you reveal that, I don't know, maybe if you've done lots of terrible things in the past, then maybe we could have a discussion as a group and see what's best. But maybe you could help us instead, and then nobody would need to die.
Why should I help you? Pathetic little cat creature.
So
Oh,
that you don't die?
I'd rather die at the hand of the person that bested me in combat than live betraying my people.
right.
Yeah, fair
Well,
enough.
I don't really want to kill you.
Yeah, this dude's like fully strong-arming you into taking his life.
Wait, I have detect thoughts. You can use that for interrogations, can't you?
Yeah, of course you can. I'll allow
I've
it.
got Zone of Truth as well that we can use. And I can just elect to not do it on you.
Either.
You're like looking around to see if Syrup's like showing up already.
Yeah, just like
Although
he's
Zone of
like
Truth
behind a
can't-
tree or something.
Zone of Truth can't make him talk. It just stops him from lying.
I guess your detect thoughts make more sense. It's not like he can lie in there.
I just don't want you to end up wasting your spells.
I haven't started casting spells today, so I've got like a nice big wealth of them.
I mean, by all means, have first crack at the interrogation. I'm easy. We've got all day.
Wait. Maybe we could just do this by being talking to him, you know? Wait, I've got some delicious tea. I don't know if you have a way of heating water, but if you do, we could just sit down and talk about this.
I cast Zone of Truth.
So actually, you don't have to reveal whether or not it's affected him, do you?
No, I don't.
No.
It's fun.
So I assume you only target him, and you create this zone of truthful energy.
Mm-hmm. What's your mother's name?
He's not gonna answer.
Okay. And slap him.
Whoa!
You say he's gonna have to make a Constitution save as well against poison.
Yeah. It's my poison.
Oh my god, Do I ever roll high? Because that is an 8.
Solid.
So he reels back from the slab and like, so is this it? You're trying chemical warfare on me now.
You've been
under my
infected
skin.
with a deadly poison. My body secretes poison that is fast acting and it kills you within 2 minutes. I've got the antidote, but I'll only give it to you if you tell me what I need to know.
Make a goddamn deception check on this.
I think 3 would just be buying into this as well. He would just be kind of watching, stunned.
3 is terrifying.
Okay, well that's an 8.
So I just rolled his insight as well.
Sure.
His eyes are gonna widen. A small creature like you holds such destructive chemicals in your body.
I mean, yeah. You saw me jump on that warg. I'm a crazy cat. Actually, that's this guy, and I'll point at 3.
Let's win him over with our comedy.
Yeah.
I must confess, you are a strong band of warriors. You have my respect, at least.
Oh no! I've completely forgotten what we actually were supposed to ask about. What was it?
Kabar's looking in the wagon at this point. And it's just like, what?
So you pull back the top of the wagon and you see a wide collection of different types of weaponry. You recognize some of it as the sort of thing that was being smithed back in Hagar, so you realize that this is an official Crucium cart that is designed to bring the weaponry to the military. You can make an investigation check for us as well.
Yeah. That's a 10.
Yeah, it's variety.
Alright. So, having heard that, I'll I'll go back over, I'll pick one of a short sword up or something. And I'll take it over to where these guys are, to where he's tied up. Be like, who are you stealing these for then?
Stealing them from us. They're our property now.
Right. I feel my deeper question was implied in the first. Who is the we? Who are you working for?
A member of the Forgotten Legion.
Right.
That's interesting. What's their name?
Does it begin with a D and also end with a D?
Mm-hmm.
You mean my employer?
Yes.
I may be employed by a person called, but goes by D.
What sort of a person is D, would you say?
Strong person. Kind of person that
goblin?
can... No small little foolish creature can man an army as big as this.
You're being pretty down on yourself.
I'm not a goblin, I'm a hobgoblin. I'm a
Oh, sorry, is he a
hobgoblin.
hobgoblin?
Alright, Goblin Deluxe, come on. Tell us more about D.
He's a strong person. Can tear entire groups of armies apart in very small amount of effort. Intelligent too. Great tactician, deceiver. All great qualities of a head of an army.
What do you fight for, the Forgotten Legion?
Fight to reclaim. We were pushed to the north, where crops do not grow, where animals cannot be raised. and we were forced to survive on what little we had left. And most of us died, but the strong... Well, a place like that births strong warriors. And now we're going to reclaim what's ours.
Places like that birth tedious ideologies about strength, too.
And is D helping you reclaim, or is he just equally offended?
D is the leader of the reclamation.
Okay.
What race is he?
They're a tiefling.
Oh no.
Where were you taking these? Sorry, Marie.
No, it's okay. I was thinking out loud. It wouldn't be good to say it in front of the prisoner of war. What you are.
I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. Whatever happens, they're probably going to break his jaw. Where immediately? Where are you taking these? Where were they to go to? Now.
They are going to refuse to speak.
I'm gonna look to Arabella and try and give a face.
This is the second time Arabella has been given just a face.
You guys know I'm going blind.
Just like,
I'd like to cast Detect Thoughts.
Amazing. I would say it's fair to say that in that moment, upon being asked that question, you would sense that there is a camp due north from here. It's shoddily put together. It's only been about a day since it was formed, and the weapons are being gathered there to be collected at a later time, not specified, but they are being collected to arm members of the Forgotten Legion.
Can I probe deeper anyway, just for future questioning?
Yeah, of course.
Wait, so it's a wisdom saving throw against my DC, which is 15.
Amazing. Cool. So what does probing deeper do? Do you look for something specific, or?
I get insight into its reasoning, emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind.
Okay.
It knows that I'm probing into its mind.
Oh, that's cool. Alright, so right now you can tell that it is ashamed of itself. It is, it's not proper for a hobgoblin to, first off, be beaten in combat, but even worse, revealing information about its personal army to the people that bested it. This is bringing great shame upon it, and it's frustrated that just seems to keep letting out the truth because it's not very good at keeping it in properly all the time. And then something great looming on it. You do learn of a name as well to go with an individual letter. The name Devotion. It is a tiefling name. You kind of start to see a little bit of what this tiefling looks like as well. It's a blurry image. It's specifically an image of a large amount of hobgoblins, goblins, ogres, giants, all collected in one place, being spoken to from up high by a tiefling. Woman, blue skin, kind of dark blue hair, black horns that stay very close to its head. Very regal, over the top attire. You don't get much else than that. She speaks with a lot of authority, though very stern.
Okay. And then can I ask him, does the Forgotten Legion have anything to do with the recent attack on Crucian?
Did you just go in my head, witch? Was that you poking around in there? Yes, We were responsible. Slap him again.
You were responsible.
Responsible. We're gonna bring that city to its knees, and then we're going to bring every other dirty little hole that you all hide into its knees.
Do we, have anything else for this fellow?
Well, do you know anything about a dragon?
I know about dragons.
You know about a specific dragon that might be working in conjunction with the Forgotten Legion?
Do you know of a dragon called Diraxia? It was
No.
ancient dragon. Long before your time, long before any of our times. It is the reason why the tundra is scorched. Rained hellfire down on the sky and left nothing but ash. Champions killed that dragon. Sliced its head off. Yet Diraxia flies again.
Well, like a zombie dragon.
If you want to use such simplistic terms, then yes. Honestly, actually, yeah, that's a fair description of what it is.
Is it like rotting?
I've not been up close.
Have you smelled it from a distance? I feel like you would. At least we'll know it's coming.
Where is it?
Wait, who's controlling it?
I don't know. I don't keep tabs on every little aspect of this war.
Would you like to? The three's gonna like kind of slowly look around at the rest of the group. Would you like to come with us?
3, read the room!
Well,
Yes.
no, but, I mean, we could keep him tied up until he decides to be our friend, and he could be helpful. He's clearly good at moving weapons and getting weapons.
3.
Stockholm syndrome him.
I'm
Gaslight him into friendship.
gonna be like,
3. The dwarven gentleman that owns this cart was being tied up. We should probably take his things back to him as a matter of priority, yes?
Well, yes.
Those horses have got to know you now. Why don't you take that wagon back to him? I don't know if either of the ladies want to go. Me and this fellow will catch you up.
Okay.
I'll watch 3 go. I'll watch 3 go with the thing and then turn back around to the hobgoblin. Just be like,
Right. Thanks for everything. Right. Time for another one of us to go poking around in your head.
and I want to put my hand over his nose to stop him breathing, and then I want to use my other hand to pull and rip his jaw down.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say regardless of strength rolls or anything like that, he's tied up, and unless someone tries to stop you, enough just passion into this act will eventually make it happen. And you remove this hobgoblin from this world.
About what the fuck?
Cabal like stands up from that and it's sort of like
and Devotion knows who we are. We're 3 steps ahead of us. We can't necessarily leave loose ends like this lying around. We're fighting an enemy that knows much more about us than we know about them.
There are more graceful ways to do it than that, though, Cabal. Like, like, I understand that we're at war and that we need to keep our, keep our footprints cleared and not leave breadcrumbs, but that's too much.
I think Cabal will, look genuinely puzzled for a moment at Marie, like she's saying, like he doesn't understand what that means, before, shaking his head slightly and then being like, sorry.
It's okay. Like, I don't mean to. Sorry, I don't. Maybe it's fine. Like, we've all done horrible stuff so far, and we've all celebrated potentially worse things than that. But that just felt weird. I don't know. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pick up on it. It's probably fine. And I'll just, Miri will just kind of nod. And just kind of walk off after 3.
I'll watch sort of Marie go, and I'll go to our horse and cart, and I'll get back up onto the cart part, and then I will look to Arabella, but not say anything.
I'll get in the car.
And yeah, as you approach, I'll offer my bloodied hand out to help you up.
Yeah, sure. I'll take your bloodied hand.
Cool. I'll drive the other cart to follow.
Yeah, so meanwhile in Three's cart, Bakran came with him. She's just kind of leaning over, just like... it's going to be fantastic.
Sorry, I had no idea you were here.
Don't worry, that happens a lot. It's going to be fantastic having another one that's not the champion on the team. I'm really excited for this new friend that you've made for us.
Yeah, I think I am too. I mean, he was kind of scary, and
I was scared at first. I was very intimidating as an individual towards you, but I think we will...
That's true.
Yes.
Maybe he will be good to have around.
I think so too. And with that, you head back to the dwarf that was tied up, untie him, I assume give back his cart. He thanks you all for helping him and makes his way down the road back towards Crucium. That's all the time we've got for this week's episode. But before you go, I just want to thank you so much for watching. Make sure you leave us a like if you like what you just saw, and make sure you subscribe so you never miss out on any of the adventure.